I'm gonna do the intro this time. Welcome everybody to Tin Max. We are finally doing a review of Pokemon Legends Arceus, the latest of the mainline Pokemon games. I think technically, I don't think it counts as a spinoff. I don't care enough.
It doesn't.
Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna kind of talk about our thoughts and feelings about the new game. If you haven't played it, there's not much to spoil, but we'll kind of avoid spoilers at first, and then maybe near the end we'll talk about spoilers. It's a Pokemon game. You're fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's start off broad strokes. What is your general opinion of the game?
My general opinion of the game is great. I think it is not like perfect by any means, but like if you are a Pokemon fan, you will like this game. I think is a really good way to put it. It's really interesting in how like the Pokemon are like able to catch them in the wild, how you're able to just interact with them a lot more in a lot more like realistic almost setting, it kind of feels like. And so I do think like if you are a Pokemon fan, this game is for you. Even if you're like, wait, I don't get a click attack and choose one of the attacks, like you kind of still do. You still have battles, but it's not nearly as much.
There are definitely not as much battles as you'll find in like a typical Pokemon game, for sure.
This game is not for battles. Like if you're saying I want to get the strongest Pokemon, it doesn't really work as well.
The emphasis on this game is purely on catching. Like that is the biggest, most important aspect. Catching. The Pokedex works a little different. Like you normally in Pokemon games, if you catch a Pokemon, their Pokedex entry is filled. Bing, bang, boom, done. In order to complete a Pokemon's entry in this game, you actually have to do several tasks involving that Pokemon, whether it be catching a certain amount, using a move a specific amount of times. Some of them even have like side missions that help fill out their Pokedex. And once you do enough of those, then the entry is complete. And I just want to say, like, this is the first. I also loved it. I think this is a fantastic game. This is the first Pokemon game where I've completed the Pokedex.
Hey.
And I've been playing, my first game was Emerald back in the day. I've played basically all of them. And this is the first time I've ever actually completed the Pokedex, which was a really good feeling. Because I don't know, it's more satisfying than just catching one of every Pokemon. Also, because this one isn't one of the games where there's like one version and another version, how most Pokemon games are, where one has a specific set of Pokemon and the other has like specific Pokemon, and you have to trade with them to complete the dex. This one, all Pokemon are in the game. You don't have to trade to evolve any Pokemon.
Every legendary.
Every Pokemon can be evolved by yourself. Sorry, go ahead. What you say?
You can get every legendary. You don't have to just get the box cover one. You can get each one,
It's not even a box cover one.
True.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I think it's fair to say we both really liked it. I love it's not without its faults. That's to be like completely unbiased. I do love this game. This is the most time I think I've spent in a Pokemon game. I'm legitimately at 80 hours in this game. Wow. It's a lot of fun. It's also the easiest Pokemon game to hunt shinies, which has been a lot of fun because that's not something I've ever bothered to do. Because do you still not have any?
I still don't have any.
You don't have any?
I feel like I have the worst luck ever. So in this game, it is a lot easier to hunt shinies, as I've been told, and I've seen, and I've done all the tricks. I've done all the methods.
Like 30 shinies.
Another one, like they give you one and a side.
Give you one.
But besides that, I haven't got any. So, but yes, I've heard it's very easy to get shinies.
Another thing, just quick mention, my wife actually played this game all the way to the credits, and she also really loved it. She's a very casual gamer. The only other Pokemon game she's played was Shining Pearl, and she thought this was great. So I just want to, it works for vets of Pokemon and newcomers in a lot of ways. She caught like 6 shinies in her playthrough. You have the worst luck.
All that to say, I have very bad luck, but this game is a lot of fun. It makes you want to keep playing to get shinies. And also really just to fill out the Pokedex, like Tin was saying, because it's like once you fill out that Pokedex, you get a really good, like, you get satisfaction from it. And unlike other games where you're like, I don't care about that Pokemon, so I'm not going to catch them, this game makes you care about each Pokemon to catch them, which I think is really cool because it actually makes you learn a lot more about the Pokemon that's actually in it. versus like some of the other ones. And like, and that's saying I've been playing Pokemon all the way back from the originals, red and blue. So like I love Pokemon, but all that to say, it's cool to be able to be like, you know what, I want to catch a Wurmple. I'm looking to catch a Wurmple right now.
I'm gonna
So
catch
give
like
this
8 Wurmples
to this dude so that he can have a Wurmple, because, and that's, I think what's fun too is these side missions. You get to give Pokemon to the different.
There's a lot of
characters. It's
content.
a lot of fun. Yeah.
Like there's so many Pokemon to catch. There's some Pokemon that have very specific like places they'll spawn, and you have to like figure that stuff out. Some have very specific requirements for how you evolve them. Each world is interesting. It's nothing like groundbreaking in terms of like, oh, you have an ice level and you have a water level, but like it's Pokemon. They're not like that anyway. But they're fun to explore. Like I spent so much time in the first area of the game just seeing what I could find. Like it's, I don't know, it's really fun. And I love seeing the Pokemon out in the wild. And like I love finding rare ones. Like I was so excited when I found Alpha Torterra, which is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Freaking loved it. That being said, this is Game Freak's first kind of, I know it's not an open world, but like their first pseudo open world game. The graphics aren't the best. I didn't have a problem with it. I kind of enjoy how the game looks, and like I feel like with Pokemon you can't get too hyper realistic because then it doesn't feel like Pokemon. There's got to be that cartoony element to it. They don't like really shine in that aspect like Breath of the Wild does, but like they do, it is stylized. And like I don't know, there's a lot of, I noticed this more when I was watching my wife play, texture pop in is just atrocious sometimes. Like the way you will see like everything in the background just pop into existence. So it's not great.
Yeah. But at the same time, there's a lot of information that the game is giving you at the same time. I mean, you think of all those Pokemons that have all the different moving patterns and all the different things. I mean, like there's, I do understand it's not the best graphics or best like overall like perfect gameplay, but at the same time with all that's in it, it's actually still, I think, in my opinion, actually pretty impressive to have all those different things. And I mean, I was gonna say there's a lot of variation actually that happens. And yeah, most Pokemon games, it's guy stands here, you get in a battle because there's no way to not get in that battle. And it is in this patch area, so it's a random how much Pokemon you can get. And you know what I mean? Like, so it is, I think, I mean, it definitely has its flaws.
It's not perfect.
And but like, yeah, it's a lot better. And it's really cool that there's going to be DLC stuff coming out with it too.
Supposedly. That's the rumor, at least. I don't think it's been confirmed. I did hear a rumor that there's going to be 158 Pokemon added. Who knows if that's true? Apparently some data miners or I forget who it was, but they found like a model for like a futuristic room in the game, like out of bounds, and that might hint towards DLC. But yeah, this game really is like a big breath of fresh air in the Pokemon franchise. And I say that as someone who's very forgiving to Pokemon games. When Sword and Shield came out and everybody hated Sword and Shield, I get why they didn't like it. It's a very bare bones Pokemon game if you don't have the DLC. Like there's like no real story. The story is just the most basic ever, and that's talking from Pokemon.
Keep on, you're doing great.
It's got the big Pokemon gimmick. It's not great. The starters are the worst in the whole franchise. I don't know what are you saying?
I was just saying Hop is bad, the legendaries are bad, that game is bad.
Yeah, it's not great. I didn't hate it as much as everyone else, but you gotta kind of give Sword and Shield credit because they did the wild areas did in kind of, I think, we're like the stepping stone to Arceus. If we're being fair, they kind of tried something new. It wasn't the best. It's got some cool Pokemon. I like the little turtle with the overbite. I forget its name.
With the overbite.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but I like it. It's one of my new favorites.
All but to say, Pokemon Arceus is a great game.
Yes,
it's a great game, and we think if you like Pokemon and you like, honestly, if you just like the Pokemon, like the looks of them, stuff like that. It's fun to be able to interact and do different side missions and stuff
Couple
like that. You
things
did have time to play it.
I wanted to talk about. What do you think of the new Pokemon and some of the variations? Like Triplosion has a new Hisui. No, how's it pronounced? Hisui. Hisui has a new Hisui variation, which is a fire ghost type, which is really cool. And it grew on
Mhm.
me a lot. The design. I wasn't super big on it at first, but I actually really like it now.
I like the idea of doing different typings and stuff like that and making it different with that. I do think most of them they missed the mark on, especially Scyther's evolution.
Oh, Cleaver.
Yeah,
I
like
like
Cleaver
Cleaver.
is cool as just its own Pokemon, but you took away Scyther's evolution, which was so cool. What's yeah, they did the Crimson Red. What's his name?
The red one?
Yeah.
You can still get it.
What?
Yeah, dude, I've completed the Pokedex. It's still there.
Oh well, there you go. I just learned something
Actually,
new.
that might not be true. I think you can still. I think the fact
The
that the
metal coat.
cleaver still exists doesn't make the other like because like with Sneasel, you have Sneasler, which is the new Hisui evolution, but you can still get Weevil and you
Yeah.
can still evolve it to Weevil.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's not in this game, but it's not like the red one doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. Well, fair enough. All that
What
to
did
say
you
though, I didn't really love the Electrode one, the electric grass. That was
It's
kind of
fine.
strange.
I've never cared about
Um,
electric gas is a weird grass. Grass, jeez, is a weird typing. I'll
is it
say it. Like there's a
super
weird
strange
typing.
typing?
It's an interesting one though, but very
Yeah.
bizarre. What did you think of
Um,
the new battles that where you dodge Pokemon, the noble battles, like with
oh,
Cleaver and Lilligant and all those?
um, overall, those battles I think needed some more variation in them, quite a bit. I think it became a lot of the same with it, where it was like my very first battle, I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. And then it kind of became where it was just like almost just boring because it's dodge, throw, dodge, throw, dodge,
Do
throw
a battle every
Pokemon.
once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, well, throw a Pokemon. It doesn't matter how many Pokemon die as long as I can just hit them enough,
Well,
dodge, throw.
if you think
You
about
know,
it, you only do that 7 times in the whole game
I mean,
total, which I
true.
think
What
is a
I'm
good
saying
thing.
is like boss fights, you want similarities, but you should get something different if that makes
That's
sense. You
true.
know what I mean? Like think of them as like Mario, right? Where it's like you're fighting. It's different, even though it has the same like base. It's a different kind of like fight, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
And
I
I
get
feel
you.
like that's what it should have been.
I still think it's something they could definitely improve on if they decide to bring back that mechanic. I didn't really get bored of it. I mean, none of them were that difficult except for the last one. But spoilers: if you catch all Pokemon, you can catch Arceus, and you have to battle him like that first, and it's
Catch God.
difficult. You can catch God, so
Wow.
that's pretty fun.
That's
Um,
Persona.
I don't know. I guess what did you think of the story?
Um, I
It
thought
was fine.
I thought the story was fine. Overall, I
What
think
about the
some of the
setting? Like the ancient
I
type.
actually loved the setting that it was
It's
back in
really
like
cool.
ancient time and back like before like
Before
people and
trainers were
Pokemon.
even a
Yeah,
thing.
like it's really cool because you're a character that is coming in as someone that is able to catch Pokemon, and that shocks everyone because like the most that somebody has caught is like two, and when you first come in, and I think
And you
that's a really
catch three
cool
like
like
immediately.
yeah, it's a cool moment to be able to kind of be like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm a Pokemon master,
Well, I don't know how
That's
true
always
this
fun.
is, but I've heard some people say that the person you're playing as in Legends Arceus is the same as the playable characters in Diamond and Pearl. I
Ooh.
don't know if that's true. It's probably not, but that's like a rumor or a theory that's out there. I love there's so many characters in Arceus that you can directly connect to characters in like the future Pokemon games, like
Yep.
Volo. Is that his name? Volo.
Yes.
The merchant guy.
Mhm.
He's Cynthia's descendant, or the other way
Mhm.
around. Cynthia's his descendant. You
Yep.
have the commander. What's his name? You know the one. The commander. He's Professor Rowan's
You know the one.
ancestor. You know the one. I
That
don't know.
one.
I think that stuff was really neat.
Yeah, it
And
was
like,
cool.
yeah, I don't know. I like the game.
Mhm.
Oh, one last thing. I think that we could probably wrap it. We like the game. That's our review. The agile strong move system. How do you feel about that?
Thumbs down for me. I thought the agile strong move set was not done correctly. I think it could have been really cool,
What did
but
you feel was incorrect about it?
so I think the agile moves are still too strong. I found myself not doing strong style a lot and just doing agile style so I could get double hits, and it made it where I think I was overpowerful.
No.
So I think I don't mind the idea by any means, but I just
It
think
just
that
needs some work.
yeah, like I think they needed to make the agile like a little less powerful and more of like if you wanted to get status conditions and stuff like that quickly, that would be a good time to use it, and not necessarily for damage, if that makes sense. Because I
I
feel
think
like I could do
it's
two agile moves and that was more than one strong move, if that makes sense.
I think it's probably a good thing that there's not really you can't really battle other trainers. You can still trade with other trainers, but you can't battle with other trainers. And I think that's a good thing because I don't think this agile strong thing is properly balanced. Did you think the game was more difficult as a whole because of like alpha Pokemon and like the way the game is like set up and the progression? Do you think it's harder than your average Pokemon game or easier or a little bit of both?
I think a little bit of both, and the reason is because I mean, there's times where you just run into alpha Pokemon and not realizing, oh wait, that's a level 55. Let me run away. But it's so easy to run. Like
It
it is
is.
so easy to run away. And I mean, again, that we talked about how little battles there actually truly are. And those battles I never found difficult. It was
Well,
very
yeah.
simple because you usually have six Pokemon while they might have one or
And they're
two.
also all over leveled if you're
Yeah.
playing the game right.
Yeah, exactly. So I never thought it was hard in that sense. Obviously, it was like, oh, I need to work and level up my Pokemon so I can catch, this specific Pokemon. But it was never difficult in the actual like battle
Yeah,
mechanics. So
I agree. I
I
think
think that could have been something that they could have done better.
sometimes I would get like surprise one shotted, but like I feel like so many moves and like attacks were stronger. And I do feel like there was more of like it was never like, oh, I'm gonna lose to this one Pokemon. Because like you said, I have six and there's one, but like I will get one of mine taken out way easier than I expected. And then I kind of have to adjust my strategy a little bit. I'm not one of those that really tries to use strategy when I play Pokemon. I just do offensive attacks until the other Pokemon's dead. That's just
Mhm.
how I play. And I think I had to be a little bit more like careful with this one, just a little bit in some
Yeah.
battles. You would also get ambushed sometimes where like you're battling, you go to battle one Pokemon, but then like two other ones are there too. That would happen to me a couple times. That would suck. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
but
don't
then
know.
you can just run. That was the thing. You can just run if
Yeah,
you
but
need.
running's for cowards.
Oh.
I will say, very early in the game, I caught like a level, what was it, 45 Banary. What's the
Mhm.
evolution? Lopunny. I caught like a level 40 Lopunny Alpha,
Uh-huh.
and I caught it, but it killed like all of my Pokemon. And like you don't black out like when your team dies like you do in the other games. Like you can just fast travel to a camp and whatever. But
Mhm.
you can be taken out by Pokemon in the wild, which again was never really anything that happens because it's pretty easy to just kind of
Dodge.
leave.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I think this was a very good experiment for Game Freak to do. I would love to see kind of this type of game continue. I want a Pokemon Legends Rayquaza because he's the best legendary ever, and there's no question about it.
True.
And I would love
True.
to see them improve on a lot of these. I don't think they necessarily have to like just do these kind of games in the future. I do want to see more mainline regular style games that are better than Sword and Shield, but
Yes.
still
Please. I want
bring
it.
me remake Emerald for Switch and I'll be fine. I'll be happy. I
I
don't care.
I'm
That's
okay
all I
with
want.
remakes, but like I want some cool stuff.
I just
I want.
I think they did a good job of like having I think the Pokedex in this game was really good. It was a good mix of a lot of old classic Pokemon you're familiar with, some new variations on those Pokemon, and some straight up new Pokemon. It's not like Sword and Shield or like some of the other newer games where they have to like fill a quota for new Pokemon. Like they have to have like 100 new Pokemon and you get just garbage Pokemon because of
But
it.
that's the thing. They don't need to do that with every
I
mainline
know
game.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like they need to
Oh, okay.
learn that. They need to learn
Yes.
from this. Like
Yes.
have like maybe 30 new Pokemon and like maybe like 5 or 10 of those are just variations on old ones that are new. and just give us like a good mix of Pokemon from all across, other games. I think you're at like 1,000 Pokemon. You don't need to make more, is my point.
Yep. I agree with you. I think I want a game, and it's never going to happen. But my goal for Game Freak is that they would come out with a game where you can choose to be good or evil, Pokemon, or you can choose to like
Pokemon Infamous,
choose to be the hero. Yeah, exactly. Or like Mass Effect, but like you can choose to be like the hero, or like go like almost like a Team Rocket side, where based off what you believe, and a lot of those games, they always are like the villain will ask you questions and it doesn't matter what you answer. You're always just the hero. And
that happens in this game. There's a lot of like dialogue options. And like I literally, like my wife, when she was playing, she came across an NPC and she did 0 side missions the whole game. It frustrated me as a gamer, but she came across this NPC and the NPC like offers her a side mission and she straight up tried to say no, but it just wouldn't let her. Like the option to say no was completely redundant because you couldn't. It would just bring you back and ask you again until you said yes. So like maybe just don't include that. It's pointless.
Yeah, this is true. But overall, game good. Go get it if you like Pokemon.
I think it's worth it for the experience alone. It's new. It's something new. Try it. See what you think.
Yep.
Do you think it's worth the $60? Because that's probably a big question for people.
I think it is worth the $60 based off the time that you will put into.
You can put a lot into it. I've done all of the side missions. Well, that's not true. I haven't done all the side missions. I've done all like the main game, and I've done the post game. I've captured every Pokemon, and there's still stuff bringing me back. Like the mass outbreaks are still bringing me back so I can get shiny Pokemon.
Nice.
Like I said, I put 80 hours into this game, and to me that makes it so worth it. Like
100%. Yeah, if a game can make you where you want to play it, but there's so much stuff out there. There's so many different games that want to take your time. And so if you put enough time into a game, that usually is what I consider worth it. So I do think this game is a buy even at $60. Obviously you never like paying that much for a game nowadays, but hey.
Yeah. All right. Well,
get it.
Yes, get it if you want. Thanks for watching. Let us know if you want us to do more stuff like this. We have fun. We kind of just talk about games anyway.
We just talk like what we would normally. So let us know if you like our thoughts. And if you disagree with our thoughts, comment. If
you like our thoughts, then you have to subscribe. That's the law.
If you like our thoughts, you have to like the video.
And subscribe.
If you don't like our thoughts, you have to comment your thoughts so we can disagree. If you think that we're just dumb, you have to subscribe.
Valid.
So you think we're dumb?
So anyway, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Be on the subscription list.
Just had to get the last word in, huh?